All right, we're back. It's COMP391, and it's week 11, lesson 11, part 4 of this special supplement just for math that we're going to put up on online. All right, so we've got the front geometry, but the problem is when we look at the side now, it looks like pretty flat, like this, right? Here's our flat side to it. And I want to start doing is I want to start shaping the top of the head so that it starts forming over here. So how do I do that? Well, the first thing I want to do is kind of grab areas of the top of the head to shape. And usually the sides are a good starting point, like the edges, like over here. So if I go C select, and let me just undo that again. AA, and I go C select just the top and the edges for the top. When I got those edges, right? So here's my top edges. Escape, and then go to the right. I know that what I've got here is my top edges now. I can kind of pull those so that they're down over here, so that they're down to the side of my head. Right? So this is what it looks like now. And I can do the same thing. So all I do is I got my C select, and I kind of pulled those down in here, because they're going to kind of go to the top of the head, right? I'm going to do the same thing with the other ones. When it kind of gets deselect all, use C select to get this ridge, and then maybe get rid of those two edges here in a second. And you can use your vertex mode as well. You can be as careful or sloppy as you like in this one. It really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, all I'm doing is this. Look, so I'm kind of making it so that this piece goes down. I also want to kind of make it so that the ridge goes on the top, but I want to make it so that it doesn't quite work on the front of the head. Like, look at how it looks now. This ridge. So again, if you want to do it the other way, you can also go like this, Alt or Option on the Mac, and right-click, and it selects this whole ridge or edge. Go to the right, and then pull it in. So again, what you want to try and do is get. I probably messed up this one a little bit. This B select mode.
Are you extruding here?
No, just pulling. Just pulling. So I'm just pulling it down. So all I'm doing is going in using B select mode here. Maybe pull this back just a touch. And I'm using the arrows to be more accurate. Same thing with this one. Maybe I'll do undo. Maybe it was a little bit too drastic in the beginning. And just this is the top of the head, like this. And we can adjust it from the side and the top. Like, for example, I can see that right now that the top of the head, right, it's going to have the, kind of making this ridge climb up a little bit, and that's fine. If I look at the top view, what I'm doing is actually selecting everything so I can see it. There we go. So this is the one line I did. I did this line here, and this line is down here, and then this line here is a little bit pushed in too. So I'm going to go deselect all A, and then I'm going to get this ridge here, this one. I just made extra ridges here, so I'm going to go Option or Alt, right click, and then go to the side view and pull it in like this. So I'm kind of creating that geometry now, so it's not as flat anymore. Right? In front, and the same thing goes with this part here. So I'm going to go Alt, okay, and go to the side. This one I'm going to jut out a little bit. So it's not quite. I'm using the green arrow for the side view, right? To kind of jut out this way a little bit more. Okay, cool. And now for the eye, this ridge, this eye ridge, I'll do the same thing. So I'm going to go A, and then Alt and select. This one should be higher than the other one, or kind of push back along the eye ridge. So this is not bad. So it's going to go over here, like this. And now this is where it gets funky. I have a ridge of my nose and my face, this part. So I'm going to kind of select that one like this to make that part happen. Like, watch, like this. I'm going to deselect all. And then if I can, I want to go Alt and get that whole ridge. So that whole ridge down to the nose, and maybe get a little bit. I got it kind of created the mouth points as well. I'm just going to get rid of those because I don't want to have anything to do with the mouth right now. I don't want to select that point at all. And selecting is presenting a problem, but that's okay because we can just point in that area. Grab points in the back. Let's try that again. I didn't like that, what it just did for me. I just want to get the top of the nose. So here's the top of my nose, this part here. Let's start off with this part, just the top of my nose. And maybe this part. Right, so let's maybe make those pieces, just the top of my nose, the button of my nose kind of thing. Here, let's go to the right, and then pull those to here. And you can see that this part would be lower, this part would be down here, right? But this part here would be down here. So start getting the shape of my nose. Take a look. But it's really looking like this right now because there's only one thing that I moved up, not the rest. Right, just this one ridge. That's why it takes long. Now do the next piece. So this one, and this one. And this part down here. And go to the right side and move this all the way to the top. And move this all the way to the bottom. And kind of stuff this makes up my nose. Probably move this up a little bit. Move this in a little bit to kind of give that nose shape a little bit more. Okay. And the last piece, this one, this one, this one, this one, kind of go to the base of my nose. That's where it should go right now because it's down at the same level or a little bit higher up to my eye. So let's go to the right side and it should be at the base of my nose right now. This is where the base of my nose is. This should move up a little bit to kind of conform with that piece as an example. And now you can start doing node by node. Watch, node by node. This one goes here. Watch node by node. I'm switching between this side and this side. Watch. So this one and then goes to here, right? So this one here, it's way down here. So I'm gonna move this up here. All right. So build that up. This ridge there. That's pretty good. See? Getting that kind of shape of the nose there. And we're gonna do the inside now. So we're gonna do this one. It's not bad. This one, that's got to move up there. This one, that's already there, but moving up a little bit more. This one is kind of moving down actually, and this one, that kind of moves down here like this as well. All right, so that's this ridge. Now we do the bottom ridge. This all has to actually go lower, if anything. So this one, that's good. This part bottom ridge is good. This bottom ridge, a little bit lower, so it's kind of going here. So we're going to make it so that geometry goes along the ridge of the nose to create that illusion that, in fact, we have a shape. This goes over here like this. Go. All right, so now let's do the eye. This is the most difficult piece for me whenever I get to the eye shape. So here we got the eye. And the reason for that is because it's way over here, right? So this whole eye has to be sunken in a little bit more. So I got to draw the eye. Now the one way to do it is to actually take the eye and highlight just the eye. So to do that would be C-select mode and just highlight all the pieces of the eye all at once. Sometimes this is a better strategy, like this. So make it all flat, and we can fix it after. There's the eye, escape, and go to the right, and then drag it in, watch, that whole eye. And what you want to do is kind of put it right where it's supposed to be for most of the ridges of the eye.
Are you in vertex or edge select right now?
It's vertex mode. So that's kind of pushed in, right? And you know what? All these pieces here on the right side of the eye and this piece of the head should wrap right around the head now. right? So the pieces that are outside the eye, like not the eye itself, but these pieces here, right? Those pieces, let's take a look where they are. They're way over here. That shouldn't be there. That should be way over here, right? See? Maybe in a little bit. And the same thing goes this piece. This piece shouldn't be there. It should be over here. And we do kind of one vertex almost at a time, where we kind of pull them in, so we kind of make that almost a box shape as we pull them in, one vertex at a time. And again, this is beyond making games. This is actually shaping. I don't want to go too low. Just working on the eye right now, the cheek, right? So we got the eye. Let's get this line going. So let's see where this is. That's correct. And where's this piece? That should be down lower. And where's this piece? That should be down lower here still. And that piece, that should be down lower still. And this piece, that should be way down here. And that piece should be way at the side of the eye. Oh, that's not bad. How about this piece? That should be pulled way down here. So we've got to grab all these pieces here. Now from the front view, it doesn't look like there's any problem. But from the side view, as we turn, we're starting to get a bit of geometry. Slowly it's happening, but it's happening really slow, right? And the reason for this is because we're taking a little bits at a time. And this is the trouble. This is what takes the most time, is trying to shape the face one vertex at a time, making that shape face as basically as you can, and then adding detail, because we can't get to that point. And smoothing, like we haven't smoothed anything yet. It's all rough and stuff, and that kind of stuff. So again, I'm going to get this whole ridge now, this whole ridge of the face. So this is from here. Let's go from here and start pulling this in, because this is the first ridge, right? And this one is top. I'm just going to kind of ridge this off again a little bit more. So this one goes here, that one goes there. And then you see, as what I'm doing is I'm kind of slowly adjusting the face shape according to what the face should look like on the side. Now the side is one of our best, especially the right side. It's one of our best things. We're going to check it with the left side. Again, all I'm doing is creating that ridge on the top of the head here, a little bit closer and closer. And now go to the front. So I did all that. Let's look at this one. That's that right ridge. So kind of pull this one in, and maybe this one over here, which is in line with this one. Kind of do one of those. It's a bit of a kerfuffle there, but that's okay, because we're just gonna do this and that one there and that one there. We're gonna add some more geometry to this thing, to your side of the face too now, right? Because we're gonna make more cuts. That's gonna make sense when we get to how this is going to look. It's one vertex at a time, Matt. All I'm doing is switching views over and over again until we pull this over more and more, and then we get closer and closer to what it's going to look like, our finished product, the mask of the face, so to speak. Let's undo. We're going to do that one. I select the multiple vertices there, multiple points. This one goes here. But you're getting it, right?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a weird thing going on.
It happens. You have to fix those weird things.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that happens. You have to kind of fix, and we're also going to fix up the shape. Like, we're fixing the shape of the face, but you're going to see how boxy it looks in a second, right? Because it's we don't have a lot of control yet because of the amount of vertices we have, like this whole square area right here. Okay, now we do the next piece. So we do this piece, which should be next to that piece. So that's going to be way over here. and this piece, which is way over here. Oh, did it again. We're going to fix these because some of them are totally messed, right? But that's okay because that's how we do it, one at a time. Like this one, look at this one. This one's way out here. It should be way over here. This one, way over here. We're going to add additional geometry soon to the side of the face where you're going to go, okay, now I get it, Tom. Right, like this, look. See, I'm kind of making the mask form of the face form exactly what I'm seeing, form down, and then when I add as additional cuts on the side of the face to give you more geometry to play with, more vertices. Because if I don't give myself vertices, I can't make any cuts, I can't make adjustments. And this is how we do it, one silly vertex at a time until we get to the mouth. And that mouth, oh, that's just like the eye. All right, it's not bad. Not bad, not bad at all. Next line. So, let's put it down here. Over here. Now this is kind of weird. This kind of goes up. And this kind of goes. This is where the weirdness goes on, eh? This, because what it looks like on the front and what it looks like on the side, totally different. Like, see this little thing here? I don't got that geometry here at all. So we're cut slightly off, but it's okay. Like now, all right, now we're going to get this part here. So this part here is going to go down here, in the middle. This part here is going to go in the middle. And the cheek. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm just pulling down this line, this groovy line here, to kind of make sure that on the side it looks like what it looks like on the front. It's pulling in just a touch. Yeah. So we definitely need some cuts over here. Like there's not enough cuts. So let's see this one. This one, yeah, that's going to come back. Oh, definitely going to come back. All right, like this. Until we get this shape. Let's take a look at how it looks in 3 dimensions now. Let's take a look. Here's my 3-dimensional one. So all I've done is, look, take a look. Slowly, slowly, I'm getting the shape that I want, right? By adding in additional geometry, right, all the way around, right? And well, it doesn't look like it, but if we were to go to in here and add in some smooth mode, right? You can see how we're starting to get things looking pretty good. I got to fix the mouth, obviously. This is the next piece, and the eyes. But even the brow ridge is starting to look closer to what yours looks like, right? You can see it happening, right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to make that flat again and go back into edit mode, and we're going to go back into wireframe and front. And we're going to get more closer and closer. We're going to look at these, inspect these little areas, because these little areas of geometry are the things that are killing us, man, like this one. And sometimes we need to delete some stuff too, because that's just not, they don't work out. They're not working out for us. Added extra additional points that just clutter what it looks like, kind of sticks out. And yeah, and that, now I got to see this ridge here, this eye ridge, right? This right here and right here, right? So if I got to zoom right into the geometry here to show you what I'm talking about here. See this eye ridge, right? On the right part of the eye, this part, this part, this part, this part, and this part, right? And that part. If I go to the right, this has got to be pulled in over here. And you know what? I will undo that change for a second, because I think that I need to pull those two together like this. That's the right side of the eye, right? So if I look at here, it's way over here, right? And right here it hugs this part of the eye. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it hug this part of the eye too, right? Like this. And what did I miss? See, like that part has to come up to here. Same thing with this part. It's going to come up there to the eye. Come up there. And there. That's pretty good. So all I'm doing is going like one vertex at a time, just to go so that I can make sure that the eye shape is preserved in that three-dimensional image. And will it be perfect? Absolutely not, but that's okay, because we're going to continue to work diligently to make sure that this is done right, until we're satisfied with the effects of this ridge, which should be over here. And you can see where this is messed up, because I can switch perspectives to see that there's pieces that I missed, like these ones should be way down here, and pieces like this that should be over here. This part that's sticking out way over here, and this eyebrow part, that's really weird for me. That eyebrow part should be way over here. as opposed to sticking out this part, like that part there. Look at that. That should be like way in here and way up there. That's okay. But this part should be way back here. This part should be way over here. There, look at the shape now. So I've got some issues, like these little points I gotta fix. So that goes go in there. And you know, I'll push this in a little bit more. We can't always use our two-dimensional views too, right? Like that one there, right, it's too high, that's gonna go way back here, right? Because that's just looking pretty heavy duty. Same thing. These are all too heavy, like really, really heavy duty ridges that I gotta smooth out. This one. It gives you the better shape, right? As you go, all I'm doing is hitting one vertex at a time, so that way it gets closer to what you want. Because otherwise, you know, you can't see the whole view, and we have a bit of a skewed model that we're using for as a guide. So you can't take everything for granted. I mean, this is going to be a little lower in here because you got a bit of a bump that goes in here. Same thing. So I'm working on these areas just to improve them. Then you get more of a shape to them. See? Like this one. This one has a negative shape, which I don't know how I screwed that up. So that's going to have to come out a little bit more. The back of the eye. Kevin, take care. Then we got our mask, right? The mask of the eye. So then we've got this. If I go back now, this is a little bit of work. So we're starting to get that shape, right? See, that's how long it took. That's all, taking almost 2 hours.
A lot longer to go still.
Oh yeah, like this is not even now the mouth we haven't touched. So let's do the front of the mouth for a second. You see the shape of the face?
Yeah,
like how we're
it's
getting
starting to pan out a bit.
It is, but it's going to take a lot more time than that. And the front of the mouth, this mouth piece, I want to get this this part here shaped. So again, part of it is being selective in what you kind of grab. So maybe all this to make it a little easier for me. Maybe the side, and I'll pull this stuff down, and then kind of zoom in here and grab points that I don't want, like just those points. Let's say this point, and this point. Right. So there's some screwed up areas here that I could have done differently, and then kind of pull that down. And the problem is that the mouth is up. Got, you know, lips form up as opposed to down. So this lip here should be really up on this level. Don't worry about the actual guide. The guide I'm using is this piece, right? How far it is out. Even this piece here. So this is the middle of the mouth, and in our front model, this is how it should be on the model itself, right? So right there. Actually, if anything, it should even come out, jet up more. To, in line with, if we're going with lining things up. We need a piece there, but anyways. That's the most messed up part right here. Because it's just not exactly perfect, just underneath that. And there's nothing you can do about that at this point. I mean, from an adjustment perspective. Huh?
Kind of have to estimate.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of estimating where it would jet, where it would jet out, right? So we have to kind of, make an estimation of where the chin is going to be based on what I'm seeing, right? So.
We do have to slide over to a different position before this next class begins, though.
Where?
Oh, I'm just going to go over there.
How come?
Well, I don't like the other guy as much as I like you.
Come on.
See, I've got
You're being recorded,
while
man.
I'm doing this other class.
You're being recorded, man. Come on, people can watch this. Anyone can watch this.
I didn't say I don't like him. He's a nice dude.
Nice save.
It's just that you're my favorite teacher.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
There we go. See?
Yeah, see, this is the problem that we have here. Look, take a look. So what we want to try and do is we want to pull this in from a chin perspective to kind of form this out. This is where you kind of extrapolate a little bit, because from what it looks like. Hey, Saeed, come in.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Come in. Don't worry about me. Right? Okay, so that's kind of the lips. And from a lips perspective, it looks like this, but we have to bring out the rest of the lips too. Like these ones. And this one. A little bit. And this one. I'll give you the podium in 1 second, okay? And again, there's some adjustments to make there too, like especially right here on these parts here. So this is what it looks like. Now as we're getting closer and closer to the final shape. What do you think, Said?
Hi, how are you? How is everything good?
What do you think? Look. So we can go Z.
Wow,
Those
that's
are
the wear mesh.
Fleming S.
Is that a good looking guy or what?
Yeah, it looks all right.
It's getting there. We have to do more. We have to do more in here, more cuts
Is
in this
this
part.
what? It is AutoCAD or
Blender.
3D Studio?
It's Blender.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that's it for me today. You guys can certainly consider this off on your own, and I'll save this and put it up to GitHub for you.
Perfect. Yeah, I got a little behind.